space? No problem. Today we are going to learn why space isn't really a problem when it comes to having your own garden, even in the smallest of spaces. Let's go urban gardening. I have tried growing my own herbs and lagi silang namamatay. What am I doing wrong?
In order for you to successfully grow a plant, I always have to think of a couple of factors again. First is, of course, sunlight. And I think yun yung pinaka-limiting factor when you're growing your plants indoors or in an urban setting. Second is water. Third is soil, which is very important pag urban gardening. Also the seeds. When we say full sunlight, that has to be 6 hours direct sunlight yung access. Pagka partial sunlight na may exposure, that is basically 4 hours. And then, pababa tayo ng pababa hanggang sa almost 2 hours.
Okay, so kunyari 2 hours, yun lang ang sunlight na meron
For
ako sa
2 hours,
bahay.
that's
What plants
very
are those?
tricky. You can do it with chives, pero pagka mga ganun talaga, mostly herbs.
People who have access to 6 hours of full sunlight can plant a wider variety of plants, from flowering ornamentals to herbs and even salad greens.
Okay, Manila Grow Kits, I already have 2 out of your checklist done, which is soil and seeds. So kumbaga, if I get an MNL Grow Kit, sunlight at water na lang ang aking responsibility.
Exactly. And of course, love, patience, all of that, of course, kailangan. But also, when it comes to soil, it has to be porous or hindi siya dapat medyo compacted because you want to allow the roots of the plants grow freely. And of course, the container that you're putting them to very much matters then. You want to put them on a bigger containers. This is allowing them to actually grow fully.
Ibang-iba pa rin talaga if you cook or enjoy a meal na
Yes.
fresh yung basil and herbs. How about water? Baka I'm overwatering my...
Yes.
Ano ba? Spray ba dapat talagang buhos? What is the deal with watering
The
these?
trick here is, pag ganito na siya kalaki, say for example, what you want to do is to water it on the base. Because usually, when you water on top, nagbe-break yung leaves. What we're using is the organic coconut husk pots. Since medyo porous siya, wala siyang risk of overwatering. A lot of the herbs or the plants that we're trying to grow on these small pots, eventually you have to transfer them. So by using an organic coconut husk pot, you actually remove the stress of uprooting it pa. Because what you have to do is just transfer the entire thing. The roots will go through it, plus it becomes an organic fertilizer for the soil because it decomposes eventually.
And if you still find raising an herb or two inside your home a daunting idea, then our urban gardener has a few more pro tips for you.
The reason why we want to water our plants early in the morning for it to allow the water to evaporate during the lunchtime, and then you water it bago maggabi para at least may enough time again for it to evaporate.
It's also best to use a sprinkler than a spray.
Pagka nagsispray ka in watering your plants, it doesn't, parang micro yung spray, so it doesn't go directly dun sa roots. So ang tendency is nagpo-pull sila sa taas. So, feeling mo basa na yung top, but the roots actually doesn't have water.
So kung sprinkler, what is my indication na parang okay?
Okay,
naman?
if you're not using a coconut husk pot, it's really better for you to get down and dirty talaga. Stick your finger in the soil, try to check it. Gardening is really parang a relationship with the plant.
And your kit also comes with fertilizer.
When you're growing a plant, aabot ka rin sa stage that you have to fertilize it.
What is that stage? Is it time-based? Is it size-based?
So usually, ang sinasabi namin, if it's 2, 3, or 4 inches, mga ganun stage, you can put fertilizers in them.
And I heard kanina it's chicken.
Chicken dung, it's 100% processed chicken manure.
Carlo advises us to refrain from using fresh dung to fertilize our plants. It's not only smelly, it definitely is a breeding ground for harmful pathogens, and you don't want that in your basil.
In a condo like this that you have quite a small space, how would you recommend positioning herbs?
A lot of urban dwellers are actually very creative in placing their plants. Minsan meron silang access to fire exits, window sills. Usually may mga planter boxes na kasi that you parang place on your window. Pag wala, definitely you end up placing them beside windows for them to have access to sunlight.
What have been your most fulfilling success stories of your grower?
Ampalaya. It's really hard for you to grow it in the urban setting. But may mga nagpo-post and magtatag sa amin ng ampalaya nila na parang, oh my God, ba't mas maganda yung ampalaya nila sa amin?
The Manila Grow Kit team also hopes that urban gardening isn't just a passing fancy for city dwellers.
This is actually to parang give Manileños the opportunity to start growing whatever. It can be flowering plants, their own food, but to start growing and start experiencing agriculture in a different perspective.
What was the idea nga for you to put up Manila Grow Kits?
The whole idea of this is basically really trying to provide Metro Manila dwellers not just a novelty, parang grow kit, but an actual system and product that they can embrace. And parang it's a preview for them to really embrace the sustainable kind of living. It is, you grow your own food, you grow your own salads. It's a very long shot parang dream for us. But for us kasi parang we want that every plant has a story in Metro Manila because you've planted it. You have a personal story with that particular plant.
Oh, that's beautiful. Not a long shot. We will
Sana.
help make it happen.
Yes, yes,
Thank you very much.